There we go. You guys caught me hitting the wrong button. I want to try and find something a little spookier. Spooky stream beats. There we go. I want to play something a little bit more. It's got a little bit more ambiance because it's nighttime. In fact, and let's make this room, this is not nighttimey enough either. Alexa, backlights blue. Alexa, kick lights green. There we go. Now we got kind of a spooky ambiance going, I think. I just wanted to jump on here and hang out for a minute and stream because it's been a minute since I've had the time. I've also been working very hard on getting, every time you guys see me, I'm sure you're getting tired of hearing me say I'm building the stream studio. You know, I'm getting it ready for, you know, the final development on it. And I am close. Actually, it's pretty much done now. Here's camera 2. You can see kind of a medium shot. The desk is kind of messy right now because I'm almost done building it up. But then you see my camera, my close-up. And then this is the camera that's usually for Dave. And you can see it's very exciting because there's no one in that seat right now. So, oh boy. But yeah, I've been working a lot this week. I was at the Cinema Wasteland movie convention over the weekend. Had a pretty good time. Hung out with some good friends. I've been doing Wasteland for basically forever. I've been doing Wasteland since I was 14 years old. So, a lot. So some boring, funny, silly tech experience I had. I was working on getting the camera set up just right, which I have been tweaking forever. And the software that broadcasts, I had just discovered previews with inaccurate colors. I had been for hours, for weeks, every other day, I had been tweaking the saturation in camera on all 3 cameras because I wanted to simplify the setup. I didn't want to have any color filters or anything like that. I didn't want to have any color filters overlaying the video. I wanted the video to be, what you're seeing is the video straight out of the thing. I mean, this is just the way the video looks. There's been no filters or anything. And on my preview in the streaming software, I look oversaturated, but then right here, I don't. And I'm not sure what's going on. I like these kind of spooky lo-fi hip-hop beats. Pretty all right. I like how I've only been live streaming for like 3 minutes and YouTube is already like, sorry, homie, we can't monetize you. It's like, I haven't even done anything yet. I haven't even shown people my butt yet. And believe me, that's my plan. Andrew Gee said, I love it too, man. You made them. Are you referring to the lo-fi hip-hop beats? No, I did not make them, but I am a big fan of using them on my streams. Maurice McKittrick, hey Maurice, I was just talking about Cinema Wasteland. You were a major part of my Cinema Wasteland experience, and I thank you. Sorry, I'm looking at that green light right there, and I think it could be pointed off of me a little bit more, but whatever. I'm just being way too much of a perfectionist about this studio. I think it's because the studio is like, just add water and you're ready to stream. I mean, I can literally, here's how quickly you can be ready to stream in my home studio. So I'll go to this wide shot. Alexa, studio off. She always makes me a liar. Alexa, studio off. So this is the room where I'm just lit by the electronics in here and the monitor. So I can walk in, sit down, turn this on, and then go, Alexa, studio on. And it never works the first time. Alexa, studio on. There we go. I love when a plan comes together. Why does Alexa hate me so friggin' much? Alexa, studio on. This is not a gag. I don't know why it just shut it off. It's done this before to me, where it just decides to shut off after a second. I don't know why. Yeesh. Anyway, Maurice said, and you and Rachel were a major part of mine, so I returned the thank you and also say you're welcome. You're a good guy. You're all right. You're all right in my book. Andrew Gee said, that's freaking amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My own design, you know. Alan Holloway. Hey, Annie. Bruce is killing it at the Taft Theater tonight for Bruce Orama. Oh, Bruce Campbell's at the Taft Theater doing an appearance, and then they're showing Evil Dead 2, if I remember correctly. Paul Sprenger said, Ghost in the Machine. You ain't kidding. So the way that this setup is set up, I guess, I don't know how else you put it, is there's a big, very high-end professional studio light right up there. You can see me pointing at it right there. There's a big softbox studio light on my ceiling, mounted to the ceiling. And then behind me, I have these smart bulbs that I can tell them what color to be, so that I can color my background to some extent. I still need to fill in a few more spots. I need to put a bulb here and you know, there and whatever. But yeah, I like the way it's all coming together. But I have noticed while I've been trying to segment out the lights, obviously, because the lights are, you know, there's kick lights or backlights, whatever you want to call them, hair lights, and then there's the background lights. So if I say, Alexa, backlights blue, Alexa, backlights 100%. Ooh, yeah, I needed to turn them up. But so see that? So now if I say, Alexa, kick lights 100%. Alexa, kick lights red. Let's go spooky. Ooh, now I'm spooky. Yeah, red's a little bit much. Alexa, kick lights green. So, you know, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see. Maurice McKittrick said you weren't lying about Don't Go in the House. For real. I mean, I'd have David on here to talk about Don't Go in the House with us, but, you know, Dave doesn't love you all the way I do, so Dave isn't here to talk to you. Typical Dave. Good old Dave. I also want to say real quick, I'm trying to do more live streams whenever I can. I've been live streaming almost every Friday afternoon, and I'm trying to do a few evenings during the week when I have time. I spent today just working on podcasting. Just so much podcasting stuff, working on Weekly Spooky and Terrifying and True, and a bonus episode of Weekly Spooky that's going to be releasing tomorrow, which features me reading Edgar Allan Poe's Morella. I love reading Poe out loud. Yes, it's poetry. Sorry, don't shut off the stream. But I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's been hanging out on the streams with me. And not only that, but donating. Last month, during my live streams, we raised $250, which I put directly towards Chicano's veterinary bills. So thank you. Thank you very much. Any tip is appreciated while we're streaming live, and also any comments, anything is really welcome. Anything goes, baby. Lindsay Dabe said, I'm in the wrong podcast. I thought this was live streaking. Sorry, not this time. Not this time. I will say though, I'm feeling very vulnerable because I'm streaming straight out of the shower, although I did put on clothes. Although, am I wearing pants? Who knows? The shadow knows. But no, so... But I'm streaming straight out of the shower, so I haven't done my mustache, I haven't done my beard, I haven't done anything. I'm just kind of living on the edge, Oh, and punching my microphone every chance I get. That's what you get, Mike. Anyway. Where's Henwolf? I know she's in here. Yep, she's asleep on the rug. Oh, so there was a little motion went off on my Ring camera, and I thought it was a cat because lots of cats in this neighborhood are constantly setting off my Ring motion detector camera. But I look at the video and I'm like, this cat looks weird. And then I keep looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this cat looks really weird. And then I realize, unfortunately, no, it was not a chupacabra, but it was actually a puppy. It was not a cat at all. It was a smaller dog. So I went outside and the puppy was friendly, and I enjoyed petting this puppy and talking to it. It had a collar on, but of course, the collar had no tags of any sort, just nothing for me to be able to use to figure out who it belongs to. So I rounded up the puppy, which was very easy because the puppy was so sweet. I took the puppy into my backyard, put it behind the fence, and then I went to my next door neighbor and just said, hey, do you recognize this dog? And they instantly went, oh, it's the people across the street. The people across the street have many dogs and none of them are ever properly cared for. But I got really annoyed because that puppy was so nice. Man, if I didn't live across the street from those people, I might have kept that puppy, named him named him Amos Moses, and just... that would have been it. It would have been Henwolf's puppy, really. I would have just been able to play with it when Henwolf was done training it. So I just watched on Netflix just the other day. I finished up Night Agent, which was an action show that was starring, I don't know who he is, but it was showrun by Sean Ryan. I love Sean Ryan's stuff ever since The Shield. It was pretty fun for like a spy thriller. I've been really into spy thrillers lately. I think spy thrillers are like my comfort food. Like a spy thriller, a little like CIA thriller thing, that just kind of makes me feel cozy. So I watched that, 10 episodes. It's pretty good. It had enough twists that I really couldn't quite figure out what was going on all on my own. I would think I had, but then there'd be so much more to it. So I do recommend that if you have Netflix and you watch it. Oh man, Maurice McKittrick said The Shield is one of my favorite shows. The Shield is possibly one of the greatest television shows to ever exist. and I would fight anyone who disagreed. There's The Shield, perfect TV series. I mean, perfect. Talk about a perfect ending. The Shield had an incredible ending. And I feel like it's easy to forget that because the show ran for so long and had so many wild moments, but that ending was just perfection. The only show that I think even vaguely keeps up with The Shield is Oz, the HBO series. I think I like Oz a little bit more, but The Shield had the limitation of being on basic cable, and Oz had the benefit of being only 8 episodes a season, except for the double season, but whatever, and being on HBO where they could kind of do whatever they want. Maurice McKittrick said, if I shaved, I might be able to pass for Michael Chiklis if you squint and I'm a couple hundred yards away. I see that. And then from all the way over there, you're like, it's clobbering time, right? Yeah. Oh, Patty Stevens. She said, hi. Hi, Patty. She asked, how was Wasteland? Wasteland was fun. You know, it was fun to be with some cool folks, hang out with people I've known for a long time, make a couple new friends, and of course, you know, sell movies and talk about movies, which is one of my favorite things to do, just nerding out nonstop. That's really what Cinema Wasteland is all about. Nerding out. So I had a great time, and I was able to unveil my latest secret film as producer, which is called Snow Babes, directed by the legendary Mark Polonia of Amityville in Space fame. And that was also cool because no one knew that I was going to have the movies there, including myself. The copies arrived the day before the convention, and I thought they were going to arrive the week after the convention. So I said, screw it, and brought them, even though nobody had even heard of the movie yet. I hadn't released a trailer. I hadn't released anything. It was completely and utterly mysterious. Yeah, I do enjoy these lo-fi hip-hop beats. I thought about reading something scary, but honestly, I do that a lot every week. So I figure I'll do something different today and just, you know, see how it goes. You know, I'm gonna swap it out. Alexa, backlights green. Alexa, kick lights blue. Nice. Okay, I kind of like that more. Got a whole lot of green going on back there. Yeah. So, let's see if YouTube... Oh yeah, YouTube is not coming through on my main feed, so I apologize. I didn't see your post. My buddy Keith just posted, I've been wanting to watch Marathon Man. Been too long since I've seen it. Well, my only question would be, Keith, is it safe? Is it safe? I'm funny. Whoops, that's not what I meant to hit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Why, yes, yes. Yes, thank you. Please, please, please. You're too kind. Maurice McKittrick, going back to The Shield for a moment, it really did get away with a lot despite being on basic cable. No, you're not wrong. The Shield had an incredible amount of ballsy moments that I really think were trailblazing for cable at the time. It's just Oz could do some things that were pretty heinous and just not look away at all. The Shield had to be a little bit more clever, but The Shield and Oz had one thing in common, which is, well, The Shield more so than Oz, but they didn't really have a musical score. Lauren Paddock said, LOL. Hey, Lauren, good to see you in here. Keith Tomlin said, yes, it's not safe. Oh, dear. Yeah, Keith would know. Yeah, he's a big proponent of things that aren't safe. Oh, for those of you who happen to be members of my Patreon, this Sunday, I'm going to have the first ever live watch party on my Patreon. So you may want to check that out. It's going to be really fun. We're going to watch a classic horror movie of my choosing. I'll be there on stream chatting during it. There'll be a chat room where you can talk to all your buddies, the friends you just haven't made yet. And it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be this Sunday at 2 o'clock Eastern. If you want to find out more, just go to patreon.com/incrediblyhandsome, and you can be a part of the watch party. It should be a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, since you guys were kind enough to watch this live, I'll tell you the movie we're going to watch. We're going to watch Creepshow 2 because I love Creepshow 2. I've loved Creepshow 2 since it first came on my radar on HBO when I was a young adult. Not even a young adult. I was like probably 10 or 11 when it was on HBO, and I loved it. I absolutely loved Creepshow 2. I think Creepshow 2 is just as campy as it is scary. I think the raft segment is very scary. I think Old Chief Woodenhead is super fun, and I think the Thanks for the Ride segment is really, truly scary. So that's what I'm going to be watching, and if you guys want to watch it along with me on Sunday, all you have to do is become a Patreon member at patreon.com/incrediblyhandsome, and you can watch it with me. We'll be watching it via Tubi, but don't worry, I have a service that syncs everybody up, so the chat room and everything will be lined up with the movie. It's really fun. I do have to mention, I can only guarantee it'll work for people in the United States. Long story. Not a long story. The rights are weird. Paul Spranger said, great flick. Yeah. Maurice McKittrick said, The Raft is my favorite segment from both Creepshow movies. There definitely wasn't a terrible third entry. No, there was no third entry that Shout Factory decided to put out a limited edition of. Not a single one. No, I love Creepshow, but I think Creepshow 2, in some ways, it hits me more of in like a kid nostalgia mindset. I don't know why. That's the way I feel. Keith Tomlin said, Creepshow 2 is great. I'm so glad that they never made a third one. Anyone that says otherwise is a liar. Great minds, huh? You guys went for the exact same joke. That was beautiful. That was brilliant, and I loved it. Let's see. Todd Wolfson. Hey, Todd. Good to see you in here. Hell yeah, Creepshow 2 rules. Love the raft scene the best. Yeah, the raft was pretty damn good. I think if I had to choose, it would probably be the raft, although Thanks for the Ride is so scary, and you're like not expecting it to be that scary. Especially not after Old Chief Woodenhead was kind of silly, and then you had, of course, Old Chief Woodenhead is kind of campy and fun and lighthearted, and then of course the raft is scary, but it's still got that teenage mentality to it that I really like. So yeah, I think Creepshow 2, great film. I don't know if it's underrated anymore. It was underrated for a really long time though. So, but now I think people are giving it its due. There are a few films I remember being very maligned when I was a teenager that are now very well appreciated, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. That movie was pretty maligned when I was a teenager. People would often talk about how it was a bad entry and blah, 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 but I always liked it. So, and the same thing with Creepshow 2. I feel like there are a lot of sequels that are getting their due. I hope more people are realizing that Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 is also very good, because they need to. Oh, Keith, you nailed it. Halloween 3, that's the one that's a really major example of people are finally appreciating it, and it deserves it. Craig Cohen. Hey, Craig. Good evening, Enrique. How are you doing? Creepshow 1 blew my mind at too young an age. I'm still afraid of bugs and cockroaches. Oh, man. No, that segment, what's bugging you? That segment definitely gets to me. Hey, Mr. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's like, you got bugs bothering you? Over on YouTube, we have Bunky. He said, gotta. Or I don't know what that means, but thank you for your service. Maurice McKittrick, I admit that I hate Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 when I first watched it way back in the day, but I love it now, though. Nice. Well, that's okay. I mean, Texas Chainsaw 2 is such a massive departure from Texas Chainsaw 1. It's a little shocking. It's a little startling. So I can't blame you for being wrong once upon a time, as long as you've gotten older and learned, you agree with me. That's all that matters. Keith Tomlin, I can hold my breath for a long time. Yeah, he can hold his breath, but not long enough. Sorry, when you drown to death, we give you the sad trombone. Oh, Alex Harker. Hey, yo, bud. Hey, Alex, good to see you. How have you been? I hope you've been very, very well. Maurice McKittrick said, I expected more of the original and wasn't expecting a dark comedy. Did you know, Maurice, the reason why Tobe Hooper made Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 so outlandish and ridiculous and silly? It's because he thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 was a dark comedy. But nobody laughed. Everybody was just terrified because it's one of the scariest movies ever. But Tobe Hooper is a interesting fellow, to put it mildly. Tobe Hooper is an interesting fellow. And Tobe just felt kind of annoyed that nobody got his sense of humor. So on Texas Chainsaw 2, he just went all out and decided, hey, I'm going to make sure people laugh at this. I'm going to make sure that they know that it's funny. And that's how it went down. Tobe Hooper, phenomenal director, strange dude, love it. Craig Cohen said, yeah, being buried in the sand was never fun again after Creepshow. I keep saying Alex Harker in there, but she hadn't said anything yet. Lauren Paddock, I can never get tired of watching Tales from the Crypt. Ooh, I love Tales from the Crypt. I'm assuming you're talking about the HBO series. I mean, there is the feature films from that were made in England by Amicus in the 70s, but overall, yeah, Tales from the Crypt, the series, friggin' amazing. I actually interviewed one of the main writers from Tales of the Crypt on my Freddy's Nightmares podcast, a guy named Alan Katz. Super fun guy to talk to about movies and television and stuff like that. What is your favorite episode? Do you have a favorite episode? Because I bet I remember it because I've watched that series so many times. Alex Harker, yeah, you were haunting me, Alex. You were haunting me. It was unfair. Maurice McKittrick, because of Tobe Hooper, I can't sleep at night with the curtains open. Thanks, Salem's Lot. Yeah, for real. For real. Salem's Lot is really scary. Salem's Lot just really is all-consuming. You really feel like you're in this little town where the vampires will definitely get you. It kind of breaks into your psyche, and it's so long. If you sit and watch the whole thing, you're doomed. You're never going to be able to not be afraid. Vlad Cat, hey Vlad, good to see you, brother. He said, meow, wow, wows. Fair enough. Todd Wolfson said, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is more horror comedy, but brilliant, especially when they play Oingo Boingo and Leatherface is slashing up mofos. Ah, yes. Let's have a party, there's a full moon in the sky. It's the hour of the wolf and I don't want to die. It's the song playing in that scene is No One Lives Forever by Oingo Boingo. I'm a bit of a Boingo fan, so I know that one very well. Vlad Cat said Tales from the Crypt was the best, and he spelled Tales Tails, and I appreciate that. Fair. I mean, you're a vampire cat. I get it. Lauren Paddock said, I don't have a favorite. Honestly, they're all great. Now, here's a question for you, Lauren. It's totally okay to say all of them are great because there's so much excellent Tales from the Crypt material out there. So here's my question to you. Okay? Do you like the 7th season, the season where every episode takes place in and was shot in England? Do you like that season? I feel like some people don't give it its due, and I actually feel like I'm due to give that season a rewatch and see if maybe I'll like it more now that it's been a little bit of time. Let's see. Todd Wolfson said, House 1 freaked me out. House 2 made me laugh. House 2 with the best possible subtitle ever. House 2, The Second Story. Oh, man. Poking my microphone. Lauren Paddock said Tales from the Crypt from the late 80s, early 90s. Absolutely. Absolutely. And do you like, I'm assuming you like Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight as well? Phenomenal movie. Maurice McKittrick, TCM2, Texas Chainsaw 2, was my introduction to Goo Goo Muck. I feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 was many people's introduction to Goo Goo Muck, the Cramps song, which was also prominently featured recently in Wednesday on Netflix, which I feel like has caused a ton of young people to now know a Goo Goo Muck. Lauren Paddock said, yeah, possibly so. I would have to rewatch it as well because I don't remember. That's okay. I mean, there's so much Tales from the Crypt to enjoy. I can't blame you for not having a specific episode that just stands out massively to you because you watch it so much. Now, Tales from the Crypt, there's so many great episodes. I can't even name all of my favorites, but I think And All Through the House is one of my favorites, and that's from the first season, the one with the killer Santa Claus. That one just scares the heck out of me, and I love Larry Drake. He's just great. It's directed by Robert Zemeckis, the director of Back to the Future. It's just good. It's just really, really good. That one, I think that one might be written by Fred Decker, the director of Monster Squad, too. But I'm not 100% on that, so don't quote me on that one. So, and I do have my horror buttons ready just in case I need them. So I have Freddy Krueger. Bitch. Because you never know when you'll need Freddy Krueger saying bitch. So I have that at the ready. Todd Wolfson, I've seen all the seasons of Tales. It was super tough trying to watch the 7th season, but I will say the one with Ewan McGregor was fun. There were a few great ones in there that I've always liked. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. I need to rewatch it. I know that from listening to How Not to Make a Movie, the How Not to Make a Movie podcast, that by the time they went to England to film, they were pretty exhausted and burned out on making the show. So, yeah. Maurice McKittrick said, On a Dead Man's Chest is one of my favorite episodes. Oh, that's a good one. About a rock star who hates the bassist's wife. No, On a Dead Man's Chest is really a very good one. Alex Harker said, how? I don't know. Keith Tomlin, I love that one, All Through the House. I also love the Halloween one where the woman wore a mask when hooking up with a guy. That one is so creepy, where it turns out she's not wearing a mask. She's just some disfigured creature. And she hooks up with this guy, and I think that was called Skin Deep. Might be wrong, though. I know there's an episode called that. Maurice McKittrick, and can't forget the episode with Roger Daltrey and Steve Buscemi. I think it was called Forever Ambergris. Something like that. Man, there were so many good ones. Todd Wolfson, yeah, the actress who played the mom was in the first episode of Tales. She was also in Lethal Weapon and Monster Squad. She always plays the mom. Well, she doesn't always play a mom because she was the newscaster in Die Hard. And I want to say she was married to either Bob Zemeckis or Fred Decker. I think she was married to Bob Zemeckis, Robert Zemeckis. But now I gotta check. Yeah. That's Mary Ellen Trainor, who unfortunately passed away in 2015. She was married to Bob Zemeckis, Robert Zemeckis, the director of Back to the Future and many awesome movies. Lauren Paddock, oh, that was good. Yes. Alexander Me Harker, how long did it take for you to watch the dumbass Sock 'em Boppers thing to make it to the top of Sock 'em Boppers search on YouTube? Oh man, I I had no idea that it was even the first thing that comes up. Is that for real? I had no idea. When I search Sock 'em Boppers, it doesn't come up first. So Alex is talking about how when we were teenagers, I helped her make a video for a German class. And it was a Sock 'em Boppers commercial. It was very, very silly. And I didn't even realize it was still on YouTube, to be honest. Todd Wolfson, the one where the manager of a rock band goes crazy hearing Sam Kinison screaming is hilarious. They used those cameos very, very well. Alex said, look it up, bud. I looked up Sock 'em Boppers on YouTube and did not find our video. Yeah, it's not in the first. Yeah, it's not coming up when I search it. Yeah, it only comes up when I search my name too. I can't imagine a lot of people are seeing this video in their search results because it only has 271 views. But wow, it is. I didn't even realize it was on my YouTube channel. That's funny. Paul Springer, speaking of Oingo Boingo, have you seen the Hervé Vallée movie Beyond the Sixth Dimension or something like that? Are you talking about, I think I know what I think you're talking about the Forbidden Zone? No, maybe not. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, no, it's Forbidden Zone. Hervé Vallée was in that. Yeah, Forbidden Zone. That was actually... I've seen Forbidden Zone. It's a completely whacked out movie. And it's actually directed by Oingo Boingo frontman Danny Elfman's brother, Richard Elfman. Yeah, it's a great one. There's a Blu-ray that came out recently. That movie is so out there. Super fun, super weird. Just quite the experience. And I do highly recommend it. I was telling the thing to turn down the colors, the green colors. I felt like the green was a little too poppin'. I know. I'll never stop fiddling with it. Maurice McKittrick said, when I first watched Forbidden Zone, I asked my dad if that was what an acid trip looked like, and he said, yeah, pretty close. Did you know they filmed the entire Forbidden Zone in black and white? Which most people have seen it in black and white, but if you get the new Blu-ray, they had filmed it in black and white with the intention to have it colorized in order to give it an otherworldly look. And if you watch the new Blu-ray, it is colorized, and it looks very interesting. Apparently, when they first made it, they were supposed to have it colorized, but they ran out of money, or it was something along the lines of it just didn't work out. So they weren't able to do it. Maurice McKittrick said, I know what Blu-ray I'm buying this weekend. Todd Wolfson, I really wish I saw Danny Elfman live. Heard he is now playing all his stuff from the Oingo to his scores and solo work. I would love to see it too. Yeah, his solo work is really fun too. I'm a big fan of It Only Makes Me Laugh. That song makes me very happy. So... there we go. That's nice. Just keep fiddling with the lights. Paul Spranger, I want to get a tattoo of Hervé Villechaize in orbit above Tatooine so I can have a tattoo of Tattoo above Tatooine. Hold on. I'm ready for this. Well done. Well done. And the best part is you made me be your patsy who subjected everyone to it. Well done. Well done, my friend. You deserve air horn for that too. Well played. Oh boy. Keep thinking about ways I can adjust the lights in here because I can't stop fiddling. Oh, Keith just called me out too. He said a new drinking game. Every time you fiddle with the lights or make fun of Dave, you got to take a drink. Gonna get so hammered. You're not gonna get hammered. You're gonna get dead. You will be D-E-D dead. Maurice McKittrick makes me wish I'd gotten that tattoo today instead of my Gojira one. Actually, no, I'm glad I got this one. Man, your Gojira tattoo is pretty badass. I don't think you have anything to regret at all, so. I do apologize to everybody for fiddling with the lights. I just get excited. It's hard to keep my hands to myself. I am fiddling with the lights even more. Craig Cohen said this music sounds like it could be in Freddy. 1, 2, Freddy's coming with you. Coming with you? I'm getting a little goofy.
Let me handle this, bitch. I've been guarding my gate for a long time, bitch.
Freddy. Todd Wolf said green lights are great. Reminds me of some Reanimator. Yeah, it does have that like intensely green Reanimator vibe going. I would agree with that. Sorry, I'm messing with this and just jamming out now. Yeah. See if that does anything. Ooh. I turned a twinkle on the lights and it doesn't look cool at all, actually. Oh, there's a spooky setting. Let's try that on the wall lights. Oh, I just went to the green that I'd already been doing. Oh, it does like lightning? What an investment. Anyway, I get too excited. Todd Wolfson, this was fun, but tacos are calling my name. Stay cool, Gulski. You too, my friend. Actually, I should probably call it a night here in a moment once I figure out what my lights are doing. I think we're good on that. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night. I wouldn't mind having a cigar and watching a movie. So, hope everybody's doing great. I hope you all had a good time hanging out for a little bit, and I will be back here tomorrow in the afternoon. So if you can, come and hang out with me. But now I'll let you enjoy some lo-fi spooky hip-hop because it is nighttime.